Daenerys Targaryen has been on quite a journey throughout Game of Thrones, and it's anyone's guess where she winds up at the end of Season 8. Some of those guesses, though, sound more plausible than others. Here's a look at some Daenerys fan theories that just might come true.
I'm gonna show you something real special. The script of the final season of Game of Thrones.
Perhaps the most complex theory about Daenerys is that she will not only die, but will actually become a White Walker, and it will be Jon Snow that kills her. This theory hinges on the legend of the ancient warrior Azor Ahai, who has been prophesied to return one day to save the world. In author George R.R. Martin's Song of Fire and Ice book series, which the show is based on, it's said that Azor Ahai forged his famous flaming sword Lightbringer by plunging it into the heart of his beloved wife Nissa Nissa. Some fans sing that Jon is Azor Ahai reborn, and that to reforge Lightbringer, he will need to kill Dany.
In the ancient books it's written that a warrior will draw a burning sword from the fire, and that sword shall be Lightbringer.
Making this theory even more complicated is the idea that Dany will then rise as a White Walker, just as her dragon previously rose from the dead. This is based on another ancient legend from the book about a long-ago commander of the Night's Watch who married a corpse bride. Some fans think that these two legends are actually one and the same, and that Nissa Nissa was the corpse bride. So if Jon is Azor Ahai reborn, wielding a sword of fire, and Daenerys is Nissa Nissa reborn, reigning as a White Walker, the two together will make up the Song of Ice and Fire that gives the book series its title. Hey, we told you it was complex. Speaking of prophecies from the book, there's another one that didn't make it into the show, but could still prove crucial. At one point, Daenerys is told that she will be betrayed 3 times. Once for gold, once for blood, and once for love. 2 of these have already happened in the show. So Jorah Mormont betrayed her to King Robert for gold, while the witch Mira Mazda betrayed her for blood. So some fans theorize that it will be Tyrion who betrays her for love. Some say for love of his family, others suggest for his own unrequited love of Daenerys. Say it ain't so, Tyrion. So back to that whole Azor Ahai thing. Many characters in the series believe Azor Ahai is the subject of another prophecy called The Prince That Was Promised, which foretells the rebirth of an ancient hero who will save the world. Melisandre, the Red Priestess, is a big fan of assuming any random schmo is the prince that was promised, first declaring it to be Stannis, and later assuming it's actually Jon Snow. But one theory, originally espoused in the books by the Night's Watch Maester Aemon Targaryen, is the idea that Daenerys is actually the prophesied hero. It turns out the original prophecy was in the ancient language High Valyrian, which is genderless, meaning it could actually refer to a princess just as easily as a prince. One of the most explosive revelations of Thrones' 7th season was a reveal that Jon Snow's name isn't Jon Snow at all, it's Aegon Targaryen, and he's not Ned Stark's low-born bastard, but a member of the most royal family in all of Westeros. Born to Ned's sister, Lyanna Stark, the man audiences know as Jon Snow is a son of Rhaegar Targaryen, making him the rightful heir to the Iron Throne and Daenerys' nephew.
Jon isn't really my father's son. He's the son of Rhaegar Targaryen and my aunt Lyanna Stark.
Some fans expect this to be a major point of contention, even leading to Jon and Daenerys battling each other for the Iron Throne. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Ever since audiences met Daenerys Targaryen, they've been prepared to accept her as one of the show's heroes. But what if she's actually the ultimate villain? There's precedent, of course, as the whole reason her family was deposed in the first place is because the Mad King heiress went on a literal reign of terror, burning people alive at the slightest whim, just as Dany began doing in Season 7. In particular, the Mad King threatened to destroy all of King's Landing. That's something Daenerys seems poised to do before the series' end, though she won't need wildfire to do it. A confrontation with archenemy Cersei Lannister, who currently sits on the Iron Throne, seems inevitable, and since leaked set photos seem to show King's Landing in a state of destruction, it looks as though Dany and her dragons may finally finish what the Mad King promised. Whether or not she completes her heel turn in the process to become a true despot remains to be seen. Daenerys' journey began with a political marriage, and some fans theorize her journey will end the same way. In order to solidify her claim to the Iron Throne, a political marriage to Jon Snow or even Jaime Lannister makes some sense. Still, some sentimental fans theorize that Dany will actually marry Ser Jorah before he's forced to kill her, and then die himself trying to stop the Night King. Okay, maybe they aren't so sentimental. This is just one of several fan theories that also believe Daenerys will become pregnant with Jon's child, and that the series will end with their offspring set to inherit the Iron Throne. Hey, at least somebody in that scenario would have a happy ending. Unlike our final fan theory, which suggests that Dany might actually die at the beginning of the season and will never even have a chance to do any of that stuff, eagle-eyed fans compiling reports from the various filming locations around the globe reported that while nearly every single other character of note appeared for filming, Emilia Clarke, who plays Daenerys, did not, leading some to conclude that her character must die early, before those locations come into play. Hey, you know what they say.
Valar Morghulis.
Valar Morghulis.
Valar Morghulis. Yes, all men must die. But we are not men.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.